Good afternoon. Welcome to the live coverage for our winter storm on Friday, December 26th, 2025. A couple of things I just want to point out first, if I may. I appear to be getting the flu. That's why I have the Santa hat on because my ears are like beet red and I have a fever. So fun times. So I will go till 2 a.m. and then I'm going to pass out. And meanwhile, Susan, instead of getting me coffee, is just pumping me up with green tea and honey. So she is on. We have a big, huge pot of green tea that we got from a store in the Freehold Mall. It's kind of like a Japanese store. This thing is huge. So we're going to have plenty of green tea. We're going to keep on going. So I was not going to just drop out just because I had the flu. And let's be honest, the forecast is questionable in some spots. I didn't want to make it look like as if I was ducking or anything. So here we are. Here we go. Now, I do want to say a big thank you to Metropolitan Coffee House 5 Borough Blend. I got this yesterday. Awesome coffee. Obviously, I'm not drinking it tonight because coffee and the flu typically are not a good combination. I don't want to dehydrate myself further. But it's outstanding coffee. I should be drinking it in future live chats and live coverage. But yeah, so let the games begin. We're going to be going till 2 a.m. Just so the rules, so you guys know. Uh, all questions will be answered on the premium dashboard in the live chat area, which is right here. That's where all you guys are. And I will answer all the questions after I go over some of the details and some of the observations. So, certainly a lot of good questions here. We've had good questions all day. Here, will it be helpful if I showed you? Right, genius? There we go. Okay, and also I do apologize for start getting chills and stuff and shaking. I do apologize. I've been trying to stop that, but it's annoying. But anyway, so if you have questions, you're a premium member. You go to the premium dashboard, look for live coverage, and boom, you're right in here and you're ready to go. And Susan, how you doing? Yeah, Merry Christmas. It's a fun time. So I will be checking in on observations on X, like for here. Snow is starting in Vernon, New Jersey. Let's see what else to put up here. Oops. Let's see here. Are you okay? Oh boy. That's okay. Let's see here. So let me start off first with the forecast. Okay. So that way we can break down what I'm expecting, how it's played out. Okay. So my concern, I had two areas of major concern. This area here and well, this whole area here and this area here. Okay. The reason why I'm concerned about this area is that you have a lot of low level cold air. You have an aggressive warm air transport at 700 millibars and 850 millibars and 925 millibars. And I am very concerned about sleet and freezing rain here. You could end up, if there was a little bit more snow, you could easily push up 2, 3 inches of snow on top of that. But it looks like we're seeing a lot of observations of sleet and freezing rain taking hold. So I am very concerned here with high freezing rain buildup and maybe an inch of sleet on top of that and in between that. So very concerned about this area. We're talking about, zoom in, talking about Lancaster, Coatesville, Westchester, Philadelphia. Okay. Now, Philadelphia proper, more sleet than freezing rain because of the urban heat island effect, but still very icy out there. Same thing down towards Wilmington. Then we have our clash zone. The more snow you see, the higher you get up towards 6 inches. The more sleet you see, more towards 3 inches. And then in this zone, it all depends on where the banding sets up. Okay. Um, if you get more sleet here, more likely towards 6 inches. But whoever's going to get that band of intense snow this evening between 8 and 2 a.m., that's where we're going to see easily snowfall totals 10, 12 inches of snow and very, very poor driving conditions as well. And then as you go further east, you move away from the lifting, all snow, uh, most likely around 6 inches on the east end of Long Island, 3 to 6 inches as you're heading towards Hartford, and then out here, snow showers. But with the cold air, the snow ratio is going to be pretty high. And I do apologize. I'm going to be taking a little bit more breath, so I do apologize. Okay, so let's see what is the driving factor here. Okay, now we all know about the warm air transport at 700 millibars, right? That has been well discussed, and a lot of people point out that, hey, 700 millibars warm, everyone goes over to sleep, even New York City. And I'd get that if it wasn't for jet stream dynamics. This feature right here. Now, what's going to happen is this jet streak is going to intensify through the evening, and that's going to lead to intense rising motion in the atmosphere. Now, where that focuses, that's where we're going to get our very intense band. And we could end up with one band, we could end up with multiple bands. This is the part of the forecast that we lean too heavily on the models to get this right, and sometimes it could be wrong, and we don't protect the clients or the public of the potential of that intense snow band. We've seen that plenty of times before with mesoscale banding. So this is the feature I am watching out for as this dives towards the coast. And again, this shows up very nicely on the European guidance as this builds towards midnight. See that setup right there? All that lifting is going to be focused over northern New Jersey, northeastern Pennsylvania, northern New Jersey, the New York City metro, and then off the coast, possibly clipping central New Jersey. And so that's what we're going to be looking for. Why is this so important in the forecast? Well, let's take a look at, where are you? Here we are. This is the skew T. Now, first of all, we're not seeing a lot of snow yet. We're getting a lot of virga because of all of this dry air. It's currently 28 degrees here in Freehold, but the dew point's 13. So we're going to be cooling off quite a bit. As the lifting approaches, okay, this cold layer from 850 millibars down to the surface is going to be lifted into this warm area at 700 millibars. And that leads to a lot of convective instability, and that leads to a lot of chaos. I do not feel comfortable to ignore that chaos and just try to narrow down the band to one location. This is position over northern New Jersey. Let's do one for New York City. Okay. So here's your warm layer trying to push. Again, we're below freezing everywhere, so everyone starts off with snow. There's our virga influence. Then, as this warm air drives towards New York City, and this band will watch this throughout the night, it's going to approach freezing, and then you're going to see this all get lifted. Now, what does that look like in the model guidance here? And this is what really caught my eye. We'll start out at 9 to 25 millibars. And again, look at the warming. Pretty steady, right? Pretty steady, not an issue. Then it stops. See that pushback? Let's do 850 millibars. There we go. Boom. You see that? This evening. That's the lifting. That's you lifting the atmosphere and cooling it. So I'm seeing this and I'm like, I've experienced this before. And the model guides didn't do a very good job handling it. So is it easy for me to just cut everything to 3 to 6 inches and maybe 6 to 10 in New York City and Long Island and just be done with it? Sure, everyone would agree with my forecast. Everyone would be happy. I wouldn't get anything on X. It'd be great. But from experience, I know that if I do that and we get that burst, then we have a lot of people out here in this location that are unprepared for very heavy and very intense snowfall. Let's look at this at 700 millibars since we're studying the warm pool. So there is our warm air transport right there. You can see it's clearly strong warm air transport. Boom. See that at midnight? It runs into a wall and then cools all over here. So yeah, I could 100% bust. It doesn't work out. The lifting doesn't take hold, and everyone here gets 4 inches. 100%, 120%. But if I'm right, then you're prepared for 8 inches of snow and not two. See what I'm saying? So sometimes it's better. I put out this video this morning. It's better to be good than perfect. A lot of people are out there trying to be perfect, and I get it. It's an ego thing. You want to be the best. But my objective, I already know I'm good. I mean, I've been here for 20 years. I think I know what I'm doing. My objective is not to be perfect or to gloat or to wave my flag. My objective is to make sure that you are protected. Okay. And while we're doing this, I'm also going to be talking to clients, so I might have to take a pause from time to time or use the bathroom from time to time. We'll see how that goes. So let's see where we are in our observations. Yeah, I'm sipping it because if I drink it too heavy, it starts upsetting my stomach. I tried doing a gulp. Yeah. Okay. So right now, hey, look, snow's starting to break out. Sleet up here, as expected. The 700 millibar warm air transport is taking hold into central Pennsylvania. Down here, we're in the lower 30s. Don't be surprised to start off as a little bit of snow in southern New Jersey before changing over to rain. And watch these temperatures fall when the snow starts. Okay. So we're going to be watching that very carefully. I mean, look at this in Scranton. The dew point is -6 degrees Fahrenheit. That is some real Arctic air. And by the way, that's going to really pump up your snow ratio. Just saying. Just saying. So that is very, very impressive. Now, someone in this area is going to get a heck of a sleet storm. And that shouldn't be discounted either. You might look at this and say, oh, 1 to 4 inches. 1 to 4 inches of sleet is a nightmare. Okay. That's basically you got an ice rink outside and it's not fun. So I would strongly suggest not get involved in that. Now, here we have the radar. Now, this time I decided not to use the winter layover here because there's going to be so much chaos that it's going to be useless. But you can see the intense precipitation here, probably some bright banding. Notice the banding already starting to show up here. And where is it bending to? Ah, look at that. Right there. And we have another band right here, another band right here. And again, we're watching this right here. Actually, you know what? Let me pull right here. This is the mesoscale satellite with the infrared. Let me enable the auto refresh. And why am I watching this? I want to watch to see where the cloud tops start cooling rapidly. That's going to tell me where my lifting is. Again, excuse me. Okay. Okay. So when you have the cold cloud tops, right? When you're seeing it cooling, what's happening here is the air is rising. Okay. So we already talked about the influences of the cold air rising. You're seeing the cold air rising, and the cloud tops will get colder and colder as a result because of the enhanced lifting. So right now, again, pretty much as expected, not a lot of lifting down here. This is starting to grow. This is pretty impressive. What we're going to be watching for over the next couple of hours is for this whole area to grow and expand and push into New York City. And I am very concerned about here, here, and here, and clipping Monmouth County. You might have noticed I didn't do this because I just want snow in my backyard. Why did I do this? Why did I do this drop in Monmouth County? Well, there is a little bowl right here. In fact, let me zoom in here. There's a little ridge here, and there's this bowl here, right into Freehold. And what happens is you get your Arctic air to pool into here. Doesn't get here, so it warms pretty easily here. You got a little bit of a ridge here, and you kind of get this bowl shape out in here. So I'm thinking that that cold air is going to bleed in, and that lifting is going to be just enough to have a little surprise burst of heavy snow while everyone around them is going to sleet. So we'll see if that works out. A little mad scientist. We'll see if that plays out nicely or if I'm wrong. Again, 100%, I'm going to say it right now. This is a very, very difficult forecast. I'm going to bust somewhere. Somewhere, I don't need you to tell me, although you will. I will bust somewhere. I just don't know where. Um, but my goal is just simply to make you aware of what to prepare for. And, best case scenario, nothing too crazy happens. Let me just go check to see the observations here. Oh, wow, we got quite a few. Let's see. Belford, New Jersey is cloudy. There we go. Nice fire. Heavy sleet in New Tripoli, PA, near Allentown, northwest of Allentown. So I do expect sleet at the initial stage. Where I expect it to go back over to heavy snow is when we get that lifting component. It's already coated in ice. Terrible. Please stay home if you can. Yeah, that's rough. That's going to be scary. I don't think it was talked about enough to be. I tried to make it as clear as possible. Mountaintop PA, moderate snow has changed over to moderate sleet, and we're going to see that back and forth over there. Let's see here. Snow has started in Warwick, New York. And let's see what we got in our live chat. All right. Okay. So as of close to 3 o'clock, we're already seeing sleet around Allentown, light snow, going back to light sleet and back and forth. Still Virga here in Elwood Park. When this Virga breaks, you're going to see a burst of snow, probably some large flakes, and then the flakes will get smaller, and then the snow ratio really, really kick in. But you'll see that burst at first. So light you can barely see it. Let's see here. Precip started at 3 p.m. in Darlington, PA, which is central Chester County, PA. It started immediately as sleet. I was hoping for at least a dusting of snow before the changeover. Don't be surprised if it goes back over to snow. But unfortunately, around there, I wouldn't be surprised to get 1 or 2 inches of sleet. Sleeting in far northeastern Philly, uh, Virga in Long Island, around Queens. Nothing in Harlem. Yeah, I don't expect any just yet. Probably around 5 o'clock hour, you'll probably see that starting to take off. Let's see here. Come down with the flu. Hopefully, you get rid of it quickly. I'll take care of it. I'm just going to look. The best thing that I'm going to do with the flu is I'm just going to get a battery. I'm going to get some cables. I'm just going to shock myself, and we're going to just power through. It could be. Uh, Very first flakes just starting here in Kinnelon, northern Morris County. I am going to butcher every name tonight, aren't I? I just know it. Let's see here. My sister is driving home. She's experiencing sleet and freezing rain. Good luck. Uh, Seems to be increasing expected numbers. Yeah, it's going to be a toughie. Someone is going to get smacked hard in this scenario. Look at the pressure drops at the surface on SPC site. It looks like transfer of low pressure to off the coast is happening faster to mid levels. We'll take a look at that. Excuse me. That hurt. Let's take a look. Okay. So let's take a look at the mid-level pressures. Here's your 850 millibar low. What you're going to see here is this stretch, and then the heights fall here around midnight. That stretching process is what's going to cause cooling in the atmosphere. Let's see here. Not seeing it much at Niger, 25 millibars, and the surface. I mean, there's signs, but I think this is more due to the Cade influence than anything else. Here's our low pressure system. It's going to jump here. It's more like a jump than a redevelopment. It's kind of like a hybrid Miller B type scenario. But with that jump, there's going to be this inverted trough that's going to show up around midnight tonight, maybe 11. And that's really going to enhance the snowfall. The inverted trough is develops due to all the lifting happening, right? So that rising air is going to lead to falling pressure, and it's going to lead to this line, a demarcation. And basically, along to the north of that line is where people are going to get pummeled with heavy snow. That's what we're seeing here. Go back here, see what else we got. Blocking from 50-50 low and high pressure to north of us seems really strong. Seems like a real limit on how far north the warm air can get. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, this isn't if we didn't have the blocking, this would all go over the rain and it would be sleeting in Boston. Absolutely. We'd probably get snow starting and then change over to rain if it wasn't for that high pressure. Given the cold Arctic air over southern New England, any chance of some ocean effect enhancement for the North Shore Long Island and also Cape Cod area? As the storm departs, there's that chance, um, which is why I think there's a good chance to see 6 inches on the east end of Long Island. Yep. Yeah, I got it. How's that? How chat? How's that? I got it up to 100. I don't know. I might have messed up something here. Okay. It's also probably that I don't have the same energetic zeal. Yeah, I'll do better. Let's see. Where's the Red Bull? Let's go. Cold air, typically shallow and dense. Warm air at 700 millibars will be able to move over it. I don't think this changes the freezing rain versus sleet versus snow line all that much. That will probably come down to banding in terms of the heaviest precipitation. But that banding is what we're talking about. That's going to adjust those snow and sleet lines once it happens. Yeah, and I agree. The surface low isn't the main setup here. That isn't the driving force here. What's the driving force here is the combination of warm air transport and jet dynamics. That's what's driving this whole thing. And the reason why it's possible is because we have a negative NAO pattern. 2.4 in Queens. Da, da, da. Already, New Jersey Turnpike already a layer of sleet around exit 4. Oof. Sleet and Little Egg Harbor. What are your thoughts on Mount Holly, New Jersey for snow? I think they're in that 3 to 6 inch area. More likely towards 3, the more sleet we see. 27 degrees in Queens. Let's see if we got any new observations here. First flakes. Oh, here we are. Yeah. Refresh this. Send that out. Let's see what we have here and any new observations. I'm glad this is working. Up, we got snow now in Scranton. Looks like light snow. So the snow is starting to break out. Look for this to cascade down towards the coast as the dry layer is broken. And there's our radar. And again, once this breaks, it's going to get very heavy very quickly. Let's see here. I see it's very active here on Twitch here and on YouTube. Light sleet starting around 3:32 in Southeast Bucks. Oh, snow, not sleet. Okay, light snow. Okay. And here in YouTube world, I am okay. Let's see here. So hopefully everyone can hear me better now. Snow heavy here in Scranton. 24 degrees in Fort Lee, New Jersey. Guys, do a great job with all the observations. It helps a lot because it gets me a better idea of what's going on at the surface here. All sleet near Harrisburg, light coating to date. Nothing but sleet in Upper Bucks County. Watch out for that sleet and snow to mix back and forth. Let's see here. Yep. Given the higher amounts, hope for the best. sleet in Wilkes-Barre, light pellets in Center City, Philadelphia. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I always get lost in there. Jeez. Remember we went there? That was fun. Yeah, very nice museums. Horrible traffic, but very nice museums. I don't. So the goal here, what I want to do, is follow this along through 2 a.m. because by then that'll tell us where this band locks in and just blows up. Um, Whether it's here or here, we'll find out. I think definitely think Long Island's going to do very well. I mean, you guys in New York City, you're going to be very happy. Long Island, even band or no band, you're going to be very happy with this event. Um, the tricky part is this part of the forecast right here. This part right in here. That's where it's a huge wild card. Very confident here. Very confident here. I mean, Atlantic City's no breeze. It's going to turn to rain. Sorry, guys. Um, it's going to be the worst rain too. It's going to be like 32 and rain, 33 in rain. Sorry. So let's see here. Let's see. Everyone's doing well. So this is going to be a fun live chat. See whether or not I pass out or not. This might be the first 4+ inch Central Park since January 2022. Yeah, if they measure it right. No precipitation yet in Union County. Price Township, Poconos, just starting seeing flakes. 21 outside space, 28.85 on the barometer, and falling. That's an interesting question. What type of NAO is this? Well, let's just pull up the observations. Uh, do European. So this is more of a, you can make an argument for it to be kind of like a right in the middle between east and west. It's not true west based because then that would build into northeastern Canada, but it's not true east based because you have this impressive upper level low here. So it's kind of a mix in between. Let's see. Looks like light Roppel starting here in Wayne, New Jersey. Okay. So we're starting to see it start to take shape. Let's see what we got for observations here. Zone 5 verifies in Medford, New Jersey. Precipitation start as primary sleet. Minimum snow will be traced to 1 inch max before the rain. Oh, there we go. And here is the snow. I'm not sure where this is at, but let's see what it looks like when it actually breaks through. You can see it comes down pretty steadily. That's pretty. That's a pretty good rate. Let's see. Snow. Snow Boss is very happy now. He has snow. Sorry, man. You got to see some sleet too. Yeah, right? It's perfect. Jackson, New Jersey, you're going to go snow to rain. In fact, here, this is a cool thing about the impact map for premium members. Jackson, New Jersey. Bam. Okay, so in Jackson, You're going to go snow to sleet, freezing rain, and then to rain. Probably around 3 inches. New York City definitely could see mixing. I'm seeing some flurries in central New Jersey. I think between now and 6, everyone sees the snow starting. And it's going to be a little bit burst and then relax and then burst again. Let's see this updated. Let's see here. So, I'm going to lean in here. I got to lean back a little bit. You're seeing the signs here, a lot of bright banding setting up here. I want to see something here. If we can get. Here we are. So there's your warm air transport right here. And right here is where you want to watch your sleet line right back here. And let's see here. Where are you? Oh, wrong one. Ah. And here is the divergence and definitely is playing out. Already starting. Nice. Do you think we'll see thunder snow? I can't rule it out. I don't think a lot of it, but I can't rule it out. Currently raining in Montgomery County, PA. Let's see. Unfortunately, if it's raining, it's freezing rain. That's not good. Philadelphia is reporting freezing rain right now. It's going to be a mess down here. I'm very concerned about Philadelphia and this whole area. It's going to be a complete ice rink. Let's see. Currently rain in Montgomery. Let's see here. Okay, so let's pull up skew T here for. Let me refresh this. I'm using tropical tidbits. And as you can see, HRR is a little bit too cold in some spots. Some spots it's doing well, which is why I don't like using this thing as a go-to as far as like forecasting. I prefer just going straight with the QPF and then work from there. All right, so the reason why you're seeing sleet is that it's cold up here, cold up down here. So this whole column's cold, this whole column's cold. Your sleet signal is this right here. So this is why you're seeing that sleet. Everyone else, all the other location, all the other areas in the atmospheric column, it's well below freezing. So it's just this one shot right here, and that's why there was concern here for just a major sleet storm here, wherever the banding doesn't take place in eastern Pennsylvania and southwestern New Jersey and central New Jersey. Let's see here. Hey, Steve, currently 29.3 in Columbus, New Jersey, with sleet pellets with current banding moving through. Okay. When you put on the radar the heavy precipitation band that's just above New Jersey New York border is an indication of where the heavy band will set up later. Possibly. I think it's starting to align up with the upper level jet stream dynamics. So I think it starts there and then heads to the southeast. So it looks like it's setting up right into here. And the good news is that we're already above freezing in Wildwood, so you guys are safe. Okay. Exit 9 Turnpike, nothing going on. Okay, good. I'm in Everetsham, Burlington County, and right on the cusp of Zone 3. Best guess what to expect. A lot of ice, sleet, and freezing rain. Um, a lot of sleet, I think, based on what I'm seeing. Could see like 2, 3 inches of sleet out of this. My sister had heavy freezing rain near exit 3 and 4 at the Turnpike. Just got out of it. Hopefully she's safe. Don't use caution. Don't text and drive. Let's see here. Crawford, New York. Snow 19 degrees. First flakes falling in Hoboken. Someone's under a nice band. There we go. Okay. So I got 4 viewers here on Twitch. I just want to thank you for jumping in. Um, See, Philly weather is now reporting snow, then sleet in southeast Bucks. And I do apologize. I'm trying to keep, keep going as best as I can. As far as how much in my backyard, we do have maps issued, so it's probably better off just to check the maps. Probably faster. Now starting to flurry in Westwood, New Jersey. I try not to critique anybody else's forecast, but I do like mine. See how it works. I think the best thing to do is that we're going to take breaks as we go on through the evening. I'll live. Hmm? Yeah, oh, definitely warm enough. Definitely a good one. Good snow, good snow. Starting to break out here. Curious to see how we break out in Freehold, that's for sure. Uh, Hype for snow in Mount Pocono. Okay. I like my forecast in that I put the work into it. I don't know. I've been pretty clear that I don't know how well it's going to verify, but I don't feel like I mailed it in, so to speak. I like that. I like the reasoning behind it. Whether it verifies, we'll see. We know why it won't, so we already know that ahead of time, which is ahead of the game. Um, this isn't like models underperformed or something like that. Either the strong lifting overwhelms the warm push at 700 millibars or it doesn't. And where that happens, that's where we're going to have our intense banding. So we're starting to see that play out very nicely here. There's the warm air surging north, surging to the east. let me fix this. Let's see if we have any of the. See, you're starting to see that take place here. Very, very faint. See the cold cloud top starting to develop here? Right in here. And I'm watching right here, down in here. Let the games begin. That is going to be the primary lifting parameters right there. That's what's going to make this whole thing. This feature right here. And look, it's focused over New York City, northern New Jersey. And then you kind of have this hint here, right in here. Let's see. Go back here. Yeah, the dividing line between zones is literally a mile or so between Lower Brooklyn and Sandy Hook. Yeah, I'll agree. Trips to County report, sleet, and 202 south, turning into freezing rain. Ugh. East northeast wind Sandy Hook. Yeah, that is true. That is a huge difference. The dividing line between. All right, so I just started a flurry in Hartworth, New Jersey, Northeast Bergen. Was reading that the warm air is moving faster than models. I don't know. The warm air has been moving exactly as I expected. It depends on what model. Let's see. What was I going to say? Shoot. This is going to be a fun night. I forgot what I was going to say. Okay, the warm air. All right. In terms of my forecast, I don't see it moving faster or slower. It's pretty much as expected. Um, I think it's moving slower than the NAM, faster than the HRR. And if you base your forecast slowly on either one, then I guess you have trouble. Uh, Honestly, it doesn't take much. It just kind of depends on how much ice buildup historically in general is is a power outage concern. I mean, I've seen a tenth and a quarter, certainly over a half. Uh, State of emergency issued in New York City. Oh, that's good. Price Township, Brooklyn, snow now coming down. Virga is gone. Straight to sleep. No snow in Reading. Braille 29 and no snow. The dry air is definitely putting up a fight. That was expected. I think, the one thing I always get a kick out of when doing the forecasting is a lot of people are always looking for um, was this faster, slower, further east versus west? There's always a difference between the model data and the forecast. And that's usually where you see, details about storm moving faster, slower, east, south, north. Um, I can only do based on what I'm forecasting, and so far I'm pretty happy with what I'm seeing. Let's see here. Steady light snow has made it to Hoboken. So from the Bang in Hudson River Valley. Okay. So I'm going to take a. I think this is what I'm going to do. In order to have me going the whole time, the best I can, I'm going to do a 15-minute break at 45 after the hour. I hope that's okay with you guys. I think that'd probably be a better thing to do. Um, that way I could keep going. And I just need to lay back for a second. Okay. All right. I'll be right back. I'm live. Okay, guys. Okay. Um, I do apologize. I'm not feeling any better. I feel like I'm getting worse. Fever's getting higher, and I feel like something bad is going to happen live. I am going to continue to do text updates on X, um, and 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 um, and of course at the live chat, um, and go over all that. Of course, and of course, all clients I will continue to send emails out and texts, but I just literally feel like I cannot sit up and keep talking, and I do apologize. I was really looking forward to doing this whole thing. Um, but it's not good. So I do apologize. I will be live. I will be providing updates um, on X and of course on everywhere else. Um, but I'm going to take a break. I'm going to lay down because I can't sit up. I feel like I just got hit with a Mack truck. So I do apologize. I'm sorry. Um, before we go, let me just show you. We're getting a lot of observations in. I just want to show those before I shut down. Stop shaking. Wow, there's a lot of good stuff out here. Snow has begun officially in Upper Manhattan, New York City, uh, Columbus, New Jersey. Snow as well. Let's see here. Snow literally lasted 20 minutes. But anyways, Westville, Coastville, PA transitioned to snow to sleet. There we go. And we're off in Chester. Heavy snowfall rates. And like I said, I do apologize. Um, I feel horrible about this, but there's nothing really I can do because, yeah, good point. uh, but there he is. But I just can't. Like I literally am struggling to sit up right now, so it's not good. Okay. So again, I feel sorry for everyone on Twitch. Thank you for following. I appreciate it. Again, I'll continue to do, and on YouTube, there's so many people here. I feel so sorry. Um, but it looks like, I mean, honestly, I like where the forecast is going. But I will. Uh, yeah, yeah. But it looks like the snow is breaking out based on the observations, and I will continue to be texting, but I gotta lay down. Okay, I apologize. I'll be updating and stuff. So thank you again, and stay safe out there, especially with that ice.